Hey, I wanted to start this video off with some quick ideas and tips for the Fiora matchup as Jayce, and you'll see these happen throughout the game that I'm about to show you. But first, I just wanted to briefly discuss them because I don't go into them during the game because I'm trying to focus on, playing the matchup and winning the game. Um, I do get ganked a lot in this game, but I still end up getting a CS lead, and I think a lot of that is because I'm playing the matchup pretty well, and I have a good idea of how I want to play the matchup. I used to one-trick Fiora, and now I'm basically one-tricking Jayce on this account that I'm playing on, and it's because I just love playing Jayce a lot, and I want to get to high elo playing Jayce. So I'm perfecting my Jayce because I've previously reached Grandmaster, and I'm hoping to get Challenger this season. But anyways, so for the Fiora matchup, a lot of the time it's all about how she uses the riposte, and this is true for Fiora pretty much always. So when you're Jayce versus Fiora, you want to try to figure out how they like to use their riposte. And the best Fiora players are going to make it really hard to get around their riposte because they're going to use it really well. In general, a lot of Fioras like to riposte when you jump in on them with your Q because it's such a obvious animation and they know that they can just riposte that. So let's pretend this is Fiora, and when I jump on her, she'll probably Q pointing in the direction wherever I Q from. So usually you want to start with your Q and then keep walking, and then hopefully her riposte is somewhere over here. And then you want to wait until her riposte has been used because the situation you want to avoid, and you'll see me do this in the game, I mess it up because I'm trying to focus on explaining things and then I mess up mechanical stuff. You'll see me, I Q in and I auto at the same time, which is bad. This is not what you want to do because you want to get your empowered auto after she riposts. So just to quickly reset my form. So you want to Q in and pretend that guy just riposted. And then you want to turn on your W, you want to get your auto attack, you want to go for auto and then E and then go to range form and go for, all that cool stuff. I just messed up my combo. But either way, you get the idea. You want to bait out the riposte. You don't want to just dump all your abilities into the riposte. And you especially want to avoid getting your, what is it called? Thundering Blow riposted, okay? You want to avoid getting your E riposted because then you might get stunned. Maybe you want to go for an E. Maybe she has riposte and you want to go for an E. If she riposts it, you can react by flashing because her W still takes a little while to go out. So those are just some brief things. I'll probably do a video over explaining the matchup as well, and maybe I'll bring in some other clips from some other games against Fiora. But I hope you guys enjoy the game, and here's a quick highlight. Alright, so I'm against Fiora this game. I pretty much always like phase rush against champions that I don't want to take extended trades against. So things like Fiora, Darius, Set, Mordekaiser, any of those champs that just kind of like stand their ground and deal a ton of damage to you. Because Jayce, you want to go in, you want to take your short trade in your hammer form, and then use phase rush to just run away at the speed of light. I don't really need like a damage keystone or anything like that to win lane. Just need to make sure I get all my creeps. I really want to try going Death Stance second item, so I think I'll do that this game. I'll just go Youmu's into Death Stance. Even though Fiora does heal a good bit, I don't really think I need Executioners here. Like Fiora's only hitting healing if she's hitting me. So yeah, I just don't really want to go Executioners. If I was like always a melee champion, if I was like Camille or something against Fiora, at some point I would want to get Executioners, but as Jayce, it's just not really as appealing because Fiora shouldn't be hitting me that much anyways. I kind of like to do this sometimes, just continuously walk back and forth to both sides in case they invade from one or the other. And I'll pretty much always start Q on Jayce. Sometimes with Conquer you can start W against champions that you think are gonna like jump on you level 1, so maybe something like Irelia. Still don't want to face check Fiora level 1. not really looking to take damage. Start getting a push, get control of the brush. Every time I auto her, I'll just want to walk in the brush, but I don't want to give up CS to auto her. I'll go for that because I was pretty sure her Q is still on cooldown. Okay, she still got me, but it's fine. Still a good trade for me. Just a CS. Brave jungle, pretty decent. Ganks. I won't go in because of that vital. Bit of an awkward trade. I'll go ahead and use my sustain ward here. Play pretty safe until I know where Graves is. In other words, I'm just gonna like hold my phase rush. Wasn't worth get that auto for me. She got the vital proc. When possible, I want to like try to get these bad vitals off of me. It's easy. I would like to just get refillable. I think I'll just wait. Pretty efficient gold-wise. Try to freeze this. Would have liked to stop a recall, but there's more value in going for this freeze. I just want to avoid her poking this vital. Okay, that's bad. I want to keep in mind like her riposte patterns. Right there, she used it as I jump in, which is generally a pretty good time to use it, because Jayce Q is like really big and obvious. Still my flash, I'm not too afraid of a gank. As long as I have phase rush up. Okay, I see Graves. Look to move forward a little bit more now. Yeah, she should have just dashed to dodge that. Like honestly, I probably shouldn't even go for that. I'm gonna get this vital off of me. Like if she has Q up and I have a vital like this, I don't want to get too close to her. Okay, I don't want to go in. She has that wave, and Graves has been Mia for a little while. She's starting to play a little more forward, so I feel like Graves is either here or on the way. Like her movements have changed. So I'll just hold my phase rush. It was a little too far away to go for that chase. all I can do there, really. Does that have a vital on me? I can't. Ugh. I at least wanted to threaten her. Once she used her Q and her ult, I had a little bit more space that I could work with. But once that vital came up on me that was facing her, that seemed really sketchy. I don't remember if she has TP. I might be getting myself killed here. Try to get out of here ASAP. Would have liked to have gotten a plate, but hopefully the plate won't die. Should be in good shape now. Good cloth armor, it's effective against both Fiora and Graves. They've put some pressure on me topside. Or they might come back, because I have no flash now. Or the Graves might come back. Should have no ult for a little while. I want to be respectful though. I really thought about going in there. Okay, I see Graves now. I'll look for some... Bad. She's rushing Hydra. Yeah, okay, so maybe I will go, Executioners. I guess it's pretty standard for Fiora to go Hydra. And I should really wait before autoing there. It's messing up my trades a lot. So I'm hitting her with my Q and my auto during her riposte, which is really bad. I should be more patient if I'm gonna Q in. Let her use riposte and then look for an auto after. I wanted to bait her to Q towards me and then I was gonna step back. So she's going for a freeze. I should be able to break it though. That honestly isn't bad. I really should play around these ganks better. I mean, I have my lame excuse of like, it's hard to play the game and explain everything at the same time. I should play around these ganks better, just to know that. Like, I feel like if I was playing fully focused, then this game would be going way better for me, but it's still going fine as it is. And I hope people can learn something from this. Shouldn't miss that CS. Our Ziggs is really strong. I'm already full mana, so I don't need to stay on Hammer form. Pretty much always better to start. I mean, I'm not going to say always, but it's better a lot of the time to just start range form before an all-in. Because in Hammer form, you get such a big movement speed boost with Phase Rush. Right there, I kind of slowed the trade down a bit just to see how she would play it. Torch through turret aggro. Sometimes you just gotta go based on feeling. Like right there, I wasn't, like, I was pretty sure if she kept running straight, I wouldn't be able to hit her with my Q. So I kind of shot it at like a slight angle. A lot of the time people will just juke as well. Like, go for slight jukes. I want to find Annie. She could be just waiting in this brush here. Oh, okay, I see her mid. Okay, my team's doing work. Ziggs has taken like all their mid towers. Wasn't sure if I was going to need to flash there, but I did just in case. If I had played it, like if I had microed it better, I definitely wouldn't have needed to flash. But I slightly messed up, so I just flashed. This is a really, really good base for me. I'm 3 levels up on Fiora as well, so from here on out, I should just hard win split push as long as I don't go for like dumb roams and don't end up losing out on XP. Because the worst thing that could happen now is if I try to start like grouping and going for plays and like them not working out and like Fiora just sitting in the side lane and catching up in XP. Because Fiora definitely outscales Jayce. But as long as I have like item and level lead, she should never beat me. Unless I mess up really bad. Our Ziggs is really strong too, so that's good. I'm just gonna go ahead and hard shove and look to get a plate before they go down here in a couple seconds. Fiora could TP. Maybe I can get 2 plates? Probably not. Messed up my auto reset slightly there. I'll just E that. I want to get my autos on the tower as soon as possible. Unsure if their Fiora is just AFK'd at this point or something. I mean, I pretty much always play with alt chat off, because alt chat is usually pretty pointless. Doing this. Either way, even if it hit, I wouldn't have fully committed. Maybe I would have gone for like a little trade. Okay. He like barely missed her ult. Yeah, I think the Fiora is definitely okay at this point. Let's kill creeps with abilities and kill the tower with Ziggs thing, and then I can use my W on this. I'll just wait and use my W again. I think they're basically opening. Is their Fiora's AFK or DC, whatever it is? I don't want to risk dying, so I'll back up. Ziggs is okay here. That's good. He had his barrier. A little bit of gold. A little bit of money to spend. Let's get Death Stance. I want to be Unkillable. Like, I'll have Soraka as well. So just having all these resistances and healing, I should never die. Not like it matters at this point. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're just open mid. Or at least, like, maybe they're not totally open mid, but they are down a player, and we have 2 inhibs, and we have Ziggs, so we can just get the 3rd inhib. Ziggs and Jayce, I mean, our siege is really good. Something that's good to do as Jayce is, like, if you already know the game's won, you can practice stuff like that on, like, jungle camps. You can do, like, the E-auto thing. You can do practicing your auto reset with your W. Also, like, pressing W before going hammer form. There's just a lot of little Jayce mechanics to work on, and they're all very important to know how to do. If you want to be a really good Jayce player. Like right there, you can practice moving in between every auto on your W. Yeah, well, the inhib died, but probably just end. We have Soraka healing as well as, like, all this poke and damage. I was just gonna wait for that CC to land before throwing my EQ. Like, if you ever have someone that has an easy hard CC ability to land, you just want to wait for that to land before you dang, I had that kill. You just want the hard CC ability to land before you throw your QE. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to leave any questions, and see you next time.